What if I told you that a single act of revenge could spark a war lasting generations? That a stolen pig, an insult, or even a forbidden romance could fuel bloodshed for centuries? From medieval knights to modern crime syndicates, blood feuds have shaped history in ways you wouldn't believe. But how did they begin, and why do they still exist today? But what are actually blood feuds? Well, they are a form of violent retaliation between families, clans, or groups that can last for generations. Rooted in honor codes that dictate any insult, injury, or murder must be avenged to restore balance, or justice. Unlike legal systems that enforce state justice, blood feuds operate outside the law, governed by tradition and social expectations. While they were once common in many parts of the world, some cultures still practice them today. In ancient societies, justice was a personal thing. In Greece, revenge was seen as a duty, with feuds lasting generations. The Trojan War itself is believed to have been a family vendetta. Paris, abducting Helen of Sparta, set off a chain of retaliation. Feuds among noble families like the Alcmaeonids and Pisistrades in Athens shaped early Greek politics, leading to exile, assassinations, and power struggles. Among the ancient Hebrews, the Goel Hadam, or blood avenger, ensured justice for murdered relatives. To prevent endless revenge cycles, cities of refuge were established. In Rome, noble families like the Claudi and Fabii fought violent feuds, shaping the city's politics for centuries. During the Middle Ages, feuds among noble families destabilized the Holy Roman Empire. The struggle between the Welfs and Hohenstaufens fueled political fragmentation. The rivalry between the Luxembourg and Wittelsbach dynasties led to bitter conflicts over control of the empire. The Turn and Taxis disputes and the Swabian League rebellions also contributed to regional instability. To stop the violence, emperors introduced Landfrieden, laws actually banning feuds. However, enforcement was weak and the bloodshed continued. In the Balkans, krivna osveta, or blood revenge, was deeply rooted. A single murder could lead to decades of retribution, wiping out entire families. In Renaissance Italy, vendettas between noble houses like the Orsini and Colonna families led to assassinations and street battles, destabilizing entire cities. The Medici and Pazzi feud in Florence resulted in a failed coup, political executions, and one of the most infamous betrayals of the Renaissance. In Scotland, clan feuds like the Campbell vs MacDonalds lasted for centuries, and it resulted in the 1692 Glencoe massacre, which remains one of the most infamous betrayals in the history. If you want to know more about the Glencoe massacre and other betrayals, check out our YouTube video. The Hatfield and McCoy feud in the 19th century America started over a stolen pig, but escalated into a deadly war. By the 1890s, state intervention and legal trials finally ended the violence. And in 2003, descendants officially signed a peace treaty. In Sicily, vendettas shaped rural and urban life. The Corleone and Izzarillo families were infamous for their long-standing feuds, which eventually laid the foundation for organized crime. The rise of the Sicilian mafia saw old family vendettas evolve into structured criminal enterprises, enforcing their own brutal justice system outside the law. In Albania, Gjagmaria, or blood-taking, still persists in some rural areas to these days. Families still live in self-imposed exile for fear of retaliation. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. About what other historical topic would you like to know more about? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And as always, this is HistoryCrafts, where history crafts itself.